This will be episode 7, cycle 329 and onward. This will probably be a quick episode. Episode 6, I did combine technically 2 episodes worth of footage into one because we just didn't stop. So, originally in episode 6, I said that we were going to do 2 split episodes, but we just didn't do that. I just made one giant one. Today it'll be about an hour long-ish, I think. I really am thinking that's probably what we should be sticking to, mostly because, well, YouTube doesn't really like longer content on that front, but on the other hand, I don't mind it. Just everything down as per usual. So yeah, our main objective today is to complete the natural planting of everything, and hopefully get the pips and plants to reasonable temperatures outside of their, well, the standard base needs to be warmed up. Everything else needs to be taken care of and split on up. Okay, let's see. What is the temperature? 99C. Don't want to do steel again. Run that. Really need to get rid of this and start cleaning this up. Okay, I pretty much need to crush everything. Oh, that's hot. That's too hot. That's much too warm for dupes. I know, I know. Yeah, there, bud. Okay, hungry, you're not hot yet. Toasty surroundings. It'll get worse. Dude, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Passions, no. Passions, no. God damn it, man. No. You're not allowed in. It's too hot for you, bud. 75 degrees in there. That would be bad. That's passions number 2. That's all fine. Okay. I'm not trying to bake passions. He's just ended up going into the hot room while I'm trying to clean up the rest of it. Stop him from giving you more portals? No. Passions must survive. All my dupes must survive. Sure, I can train them up really quickly, but I don't like doing it. Are you leaking oxygen in here? Somehow? Nope. That's weird. Let's see. Temperature check. It's still too cold on the ground. The pips can come in here, but that's about it. And high priority that and get things moving. The faster we get our naturally planted stuff going, the better. Because then I don't have to care. Technically, I don't actually need to care anymore either. We have 344, so I can just run that indefinitely. As long as you have naturally planted stuff that you've planted yourself under, you know, industrial conditions, you no longer need to care. Because it'll take care of itself. Brine ice. That's not good. I really need to run everything. I also need to find a bunch of coal, or just make a bunch of coal. You know what? I think it's time we just make it. Should be refinement. you guys' temperature at? 0 is your limit. This will keep you around 55, so it shouldn't freeze anything out. Obviously, it still can. It shouldn't. High priority that. Start warming up the area. It should only run if it has oxygen in there. Eventually we're going to pop this thing open and let the whole system run. Still generating temperature. No, actually we dipped by 0.1. So we are cooling it down. But only slightly. I need to add even more in here. Which is a problem. This is gonna be a... yeah. This is cooling down. This is gonna be hot. So that'll be fine. Oops, what? What do you mean you're cold? You're standing in... sauna-like temperatures in here. This is going to eventually become a vacuum, and then we'll turn it into a steam room when I can get people in suits. Let's see. Plum squash seeds are in there. Temperature-wise, still maintaining good temperatures, so that's good. It's slowly going up. Yeah, we're actually gaining temperature on that now. Don't know. I don't think nectar's enough. It's just not enough. So I was worried about what it is. I was like, its melting temperature is not sitting in a good state right now. So, to be honest, we probably should just switch over to naphtha as soon as possible. I do need to heat up the liquid reservoir as well. Probably need to insulate that too. And I do think it's time we break that too. Because this pump actually has to go where this guy is. This guy goes there. These two are there. And then we're all good to go. So I actually put that one tile over and to make sure that's gonna get scooted. Because the input goes here. Construction, high priority, that is of the utmost importance, so clean that up. Oops. Gotta get that properly plugged in. Nuclear is slowly coming along. I still don't know how I'm going to get all the tops working. Right now, they're just kind of not, and that's fine. As our giant artificial tree just kind of works. Which I'm okay with. Have to figure something out for these guys. Let's see, what do we got? Meanwhile, with tidying H, triple taste buds, loud sleeper. Base isn't set up for that, so we can't take it. Dirt, oxalate, and a Joshua with building 10. Not bad. Handy construction wood farts. Again, I'm not filtering the entire base right now, so I can't use them. Sorry, Joshua. He would be a good source of natural gas, though, but we can't. I'll take the dirt. We're gonna have unlimited oxalate anyway, so it won't matter. We can do a ton. We can do 2 tons. Yeah, let's run 2 tons, fill the room with coal, and heat it up a bit. I need to get it to 27, and that'll be safe. Once I get it to 27 degrees, we naturally plant everything, and then the dupes are, well, I should say the pip should be good to go. Just for reference, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this tile needs to plant. And we'll just go boom and across. Right now it's too cold for them, so they won't survive it. $25.9, 26, still 30. I can't put him in that room yet. Over here is not safe. Dupes, can you move that pip there, please? I'm very glad we got extra pip eggs. I do need to eventually insulate this entire area, so we gotta clean that out. There's radiation leakage from here. It's not terrible. It's not good. It's not terrible. And we'll need to actually seal that in real quick, just for safety purposes. It's disconnected. Everything else is connected on up. A lot of extra iron, so we can install that soon. I'm gonna need to double my power lines here for safety purposes. Not the end of the world, it's just something we're gonna have to deal with. And yes, if anyone is wondering, the trees do not inhibit each other because it's only very spindly arms. So all of these branches do get energy. So it's, and you build a couple of these and I don't think you'll ever have to worry about nectar. Which means you have unlimited plastic anywhere you place them, and that also means CO2 and water actually, as this off-put steam. It's not much, but at least it's something. I wish I had some gold. I wish I had gold. Like, just gold amalgam. That way I could cool down the fluid without needing to run the device. Nope, meteor showers. The trees mostly clean themselves up, which is good. Yeah, bonk. My ladder. Bastard game. I need to be pushing nuclear. So we will need to eventually power this whole thing up and get it online. I think we'll actually just use dupe power for the time being. That's fine. There's free ice and snow. A lot of free ice and snow. I don't really have any complaints with that. It's pretty good. Get all that installed. This will eventually need to be cleaned out. Same to there. Slowly getting the place cleaned up. And we definitely need to be chewing through more of the map, though, for sure. That, and another door here. Actually, do I want to put in that? I want a mechanized one. Really isn't a point to use a mechanized one because it's pretty much a waste. And sure, you get extra speed, but it doesn't really do you much good. All the pipings there. And the extra electronics. This will need to be separated at some point, and so will these. Oh, my door. We are eating a lot of meteorites, but that's fine. I know my CO2 fans. That's bad. Should just layer in the ladder. So it'll get stuck otherwise. There we go. So many meteorites. Slowly heating that up. 34, 27. Nah, it's still too cold. Just gonna run that. Yep, too close to the radiation. It'll be fine. It's a little strong there. It's just a little bit. I enjoy how these things now actually reduce radiation, but it doesn't actually stop anything. Yes. This is going to chew through our radiation protection for a while. Which is going to suck, but not much I can do about it. I don't know if mercury works. Because it should, in theory, work. But I don't know if it can handle it. I need liquid nuclear waste. And it's going to be roughly around 150 degrees. It's normally where it sits. Naphtha, unironically, can somewhat cool it down. Because it has so much heat capacity that it, over time, can maintain a protective layer. But I don't know if mercury can do the same because it's lower temperature. It transfers really easily, but its specific heat capacity is piss. So, I don't know if it's gonna work. I really don't. That lower volume is concerning. I don't want to turn this into mercury gas. I really don't. That would be bad. Oh, that would be exceptionally bad. Also, I will need to put batteries in. This is gonna be stupid. This is gonna be such a stupid layout. Not looking forward to this. Oh, toilet warning. Why did you guys send Suming? I just said my doer dupe. Why? I know, so the mercury got in the liquid lock. Needs to get cleaned up quickly. Well, we are raising the temperature. It's just going to take a while. I don't know why they sent my one dupe. Gabe, don't do that. They're the slow one. Don't do that. They're not built for that. Not yet. Let's see. And yes, this is the dumb maneuver. If you've never seen someone power a nuclear particle accelerator with tubes, there you go. This is still probably not enough power. It's only 1,600. We're only going to be powering the baseline ones and the reactor. The upper system will be off for now. Nope. I got a fucking bot. How did that not get pegged? Boom. Reports. Actually, first of all, ban that thing. Why? And report it. And report sent. Problem solved. Oh boy. We gotta get that CO2 vent out. It's a wee bit stuck. Okay, first things first. Let me high priority that. And we'll get the base wire installed. Also, Some you're not allowed. You are not allowed up there. Not your job. Stay away from that. You can run on the wheel and get stronger. Don't do anything else. Okay. It should be relativistically safe. Pick that up. Slowly getting this installed. It's just a slow process. Passion's getting that done. So many, so many meteorites. I think I need to shield this thing with some kind of door. I don't have any. We don't have the steel bunker door, so we can't do it yet. We're just not generating enough oxygen right now. Let me re-up this thing again. Flow rate's looking good. That's really about it. It's just not pumping out fast enough. Also not really hyper-condensing anything, so you gotta be a little bit careful with this. Also probably just need to do that. Because my CO2 vent keeps getting covered, and I'm like, ah! Stop. It just needs to vent to space. God damn it. It's too strong. Oh. 33 to 29. It's getting there. Assume we're not using coal for anything else. What do we just need to make some to be able to get the generator to warm up? Because doing wood burners doesn't exactly give you enough energy out of it. It's just too little. I'm gonna sever that for now. Plug that in. Plug that in. Also, let me separate that. I'll need to plug that one in for a split second. We'll need to separate it afterwards. We don't want water sitting in that. That would be bad. Yep, leaving water in this environment is bad. Oop, hurry up. Fix that. Fix that now, please. Okay, that is relativistically safe. It's not great, but it'll do. Oh, please don't. Who is Samwith? Ran all the way up here. God damn it, dude. I'm glad you guys are going through limited radiation, so it's fine, it's fine. It's just... oof. Okay. Where are you going? Where in the God's green earth are you going? Dude. Nope. Not allowed. Not allowed. No. I refuse. What the heck are you doing? I'm just being dumb sometimes. Okay, we'll drain that pipe. Let's see. Oh. Damn it. Oh, YouTube. Looks like we lost stream for a second. Guess is reconnecting. Oh, either way, while I have you guys here, we're slowly upgrading our mini Rodriguez, well, technically half Rodriguez, into a full Rodriguez. Mini Rodriguez is just gas pump, electrolyzer. Half Rodriguez, 2 of them, and the gas pump. The full is all 4 of them, the gas pump in the middle. So this one will have to get scooted over there, and gas pumps will have to be installed across the way. So, that's just as a heads up. I'll do tutorial bits later. Actually, I'll be honest, pretty soon here soon. Like, as a whole, I just need to get everything installed correctly and get OBS set up. So, you guys get a little heads up on that. We'll do ABS real quick. This gas pump will go away, and we'll put our 2 Atmos sensors right in the middle, 3 and 3. Just to be honest, let me do this, and down and over. Now we can get everything nice and prepped. Mop that up and scoot this up around a bit. It's almost out. Almost. We'll need to get rid of that tile. Hydrogen gas has got to go that way. We'll be meeting here in this middle room soon. It's not quite there yet, but soon. Yeah, OBS is still down and out. I wonder what happened. All the Twitch guys are just going to end up seeing this in a second, so it should be fine. Nope, he's trapped. How in the... Again with the... This is what I was talking about last episode. Your dupe does not respect the direction. They don't. They absolutely do not. I was wondering how they got through there. Oh, looks like we're back in Discord. Must mean everything's reconnecting. Oh, good talk, YouTube. Reconnection successful. Welcome back, Twitch. Okay. Getting everything else plugged in for you for the Rodriguez as a whole. Looks like OBS is reconnecting. Still having a bit of a shit fit. Recording's fine though. I'll leave this in just so that way the YouTube guys get a nice little thing for the recording. It looks like everything's back up and running. No idea what just happened there. But OBS and ONI are good, so all fine on that front. Yep, and just drained the water. Good. Means I can disconnect this for the time being. Stay disconnected, so we'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so our vent is now safe and protected. This is gonna take a while. Yeah, leave that open for the mercury to fall down into this thing and over here. It's perfectly sealed. No, the mercury's leaking out. Oh, there's so much mercury. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Okay. Temperature check. It's still too much. I don't want to vacuum this area out and accidentally superheat the plants, because if it breaks above 0, they will pop out of the ground, and that would be very, very bad. So I have to leave a tiny amount of oxygen in and just slowly warm up the environment. Don't even think using this is going to be enough. Damn it. We'll get rid of these. We'll switch it out for a space heater and do a limited amount of automation. I need a thermal sensor. Probably on the ground. Yeah, I need a thermal sensor on the ground. Because the only thing that really matters is the air in that, well, technically the atmosphere in that room. Why is there water? What? Hasn't triggered enough. We're close, but we're not there yet. So it's freezing in the pipe. That's bad. I'll have to fix that. Okay, we need space heater. Space heater. Where was that again? That was utilities. We'll do 2 of them. We need limited automation with thermal sensor right in the middle. Automation wire. Set for that. We need to get the temperature down to about 27 degrees centigrade, so that way it's safe to put a pip in here. And then once we got all the plants planted, then we can pop this open and just let the CO2 go. Probably should also install a tile there, because I need one here, I need one here, technically speaking, one here, and there, there, and there. Now keep us in line with the carbon dioxide geyser and we'll still be good. How's everybody else doing? Plus-1 values are going up, which means our cook is working. It's very good to see. We'll get the pips in here soon. Is the temperature stabilized? Nope, still 30. Here is still okay. These ones are okay. Fridge is still deep. Yep, deep freeze still in atmosphere. We're all good on that front. Room check. Yep, still good. Okay, everything is just going along quite well, actually. It's always good to see. Producing more oxygen. We're slowly filling out the base again. Tank is slowly filling back up, which is good. Dormant period, 49.7. Okay. Oh, the dupes are on the wheel. Oh boy. The power of dupe power. Yeah, that'll do. Oh my goodness. If you ever need to train your dupes when they're athletics, this is how you do it. I am not even kidding. Downside, obviously, is... don't really have any outputting oxygen at the moment. At least from that side. Okay, we need to turn on this one. We're going to get 111 cycle... Yep, okay. And we need to keep these at... yeah, we'll keep them at 50. Hopefully this will be enough power. Otherwise we'll have dupes running back up here to get immediately on that duty again. I do need to clean this up a bit though. Let's install that. Need to... Nope. Nope. That'll be fine. So much mercury I need to recollect. $1,112. That'll do. Batteries are holding. Okay. Soon we'll have molecular research going, so I kind of want the deep fryer. I'm not gonna lie. But I think we should probably get solar panels first, so that way we have unlimited power, and I don't have to think about it. So we can stop using dupe power and just not worry about it. I will need to start building a power disk, though, I think. Probably on this side? Nothing takes damage from the ice balls. It just floods everything. So we'll probably need some kind of crusher to protect the solar panels so I don't have to constantly send dupes up to dig them out. As this will become a problem if I'm not careful. Like a proper true problem. Ooh, snazzier suit. Let's see, who do we got? We have Travaldo with tidying 3, decorating 4, interior decorator, shabby dresser. Travaldo's not actually bad. It came with proper stuff. We have a Bonnie with cooking 2, ranching 1, building 1, buff, iron gut, shabby dresser. And Ellie with supplying 3, rocketry 4, skilled hard digging, and narcolept. Ellie's actually pretty good too. God damn it. It's just very low. Do you feel like they've tweaked narcolep's negative? Because it is actually a really good negative to have if properly handled. But it does feel like, I know that the majority of the community doesn't really grasp how you use narcolepts, and it's caused problems, and the devs kind of just, every time that you get narcoleptic, they always give you really high interest, even though you can completely break them by never giving them a sleep cycle. But it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I'm wondering if the devs are starting to catch on to it. Like, I really am. Because the main thing is the narcoleptic like bonus seems to be affecting their interest, or it's not as high as normal. Travaldo's really good though. If he was a narcolept instead of a shabby gesture, I would pick him in an instant. Because obviously he comes with an interior decorator, so he's never leaving the base. But he has decorating and tidying, so he's actually pretty good. It's just, he doesn't really have anything else going for him. I think we'll just do the snazzier green suit. Snazzy green suit I think will work. Like, no offense to Waldo. I feel like we can go a little bit further. Just a little. Oh. Discord crap out again? No, we just had a random flicker there. Huh. And sorry if the Discord ping gets caught on the recording. That is a good indicator if the stream is having problems. Looks like we dipped out and then dipped right back in. That was very quick. I don't know what that was. It's like we're in and out. Let's see. No clue. Oh, which seems like it's doing just fine. I did get an error code earlier, but the recording looks like it's good. I guess the net's just having a bad time today. I mean, it is the morning. I normally don't record at this hour. Also because stuff like this starts happening and it just gets really, really janky. And that's not a good thing. Have we gotten any red bolts yet? Should be getting 111 per cycle, so we should have had a shot already. Is there anything interfering with this? Or did a red bolt eat it? I'm sorry, did a shine bug eat the bolt? Alright, I'm gonna keep this disabled for the time being. Just in case. So I'm wondering if it's already fucked up once. AKA, it shut the floor. It's a very high likelihood it just shut the floor. Yep, there's red bolt. Nope. I love it. My fly swatter. Yay, bug zapper. Screw you, shine bugs. Get out of here. Actually becoming a nuisance. Hopefully it just kills them all. I don't have to think about it. I need to pick up the rest of these. I need to scoot this in solid waste here. This ice has to be moved out, like, pronto. I'll do that real quick. And the mercury, I don't think the mercury is going to work. I truly don't think it's a safe thing to use in there because of the temperatures. It can't handle it. It doesn't have the capacity. It's not going to work. Hey, colony achievement. That's a new critter morph from an egg. Uh-oh. Which one got morphed? Where? Where's a morph? They had morphs? I don't see anything that's different. Was it a shine bug? Had to have been a shine bug. Where? Where exactly? Oh, there it is. That's funny. I had nothing to do with it. He just kind of happened to do it himself. I didn't have any intaker input. It just kind of happened. Also, let me lower priority on doors. I keep forgetting to do that. So, man, how in the flying fuck are you... You need to not ever be able to go through here. Okay. You're not allowed in there. And you shouldn't be allowed in here either. Especially not this door. Or this one. It's not in your job description. Like, you just go. Do not. I repeat, do not. How is our O2 situation? It is improving considerably. And this needs to be negative 20 for now. That should be perfectly fine and reasonable. Everything else is nice and set up. And it would be these two wheels. Also, we need to get rid of this. Install a jumbo battery and plug that in. And door that. Okay, we're slowly cleaning this up. Sign. Nope. I got exhausted. How in the fuck did you... I swear to God. How? This is what I was talking about when I said that they're able to completely ignore doors. This is the problem. I don't care. You can just go through the side of it. It's a problem. It is legitimately a problem. Okay, you guys are gonna get scooted out into space. On the other side of things, do need to install an airflow tile to allow more oxygen through. And probably re-hook this up. Let's grab these new blueprints. I know it's been sitting there for a while, so let me just boop them. Ooh, roll 4. Nice. Yeah, we're running out of O2 up there. Okay, how is the fluid situation down here? Relativistically okay. It's actually keeping the temperature down. Only slightly, but it is. I do need to get the biobot builder up and running here soon. And we need to actually vent the CO2 from down here. Because it's gonna get bad if I'm not careful. It's gonna get so much worse. Somebody's getting the speed round, everything else is running. Soon we will have solar panels and my problems will go away. I really don't want to crowd out all the bonbon trees, but I think that's what we're gonna have to do. At least in other areas. We already got our natural, well, I should say, semi-natural farm built. It's not really a natural farm, but that is beside the point. I actually might need to do pneumatic doors across instead of tiles, just so that way nothing gets stuck. I guess we could do a door crusher on this side. That's gonna be so weird. I'm not used to doing builds with doors like this. But the asteroids can go clean through the door, so... that way we can just have a crusher on the bottom. Whereas our dupes can still walk across it safely. I could just use ladders, but I don't think we have enough materials. do also really need to start expanding this way as well. O2 situation is mostly stabilizing. The base is slowly getting filled out. Probably need to add a heater in here. Or at least attach a heater in this room. I think it's probably time for a liquid temperature again. I hate using these things from time to time. It's like I love them and I hate them at the same time. I'll need a thermal sensor here. Automation wire there, and we'll have to flood the entire thing. Honestly, probably... This is a really stupid idea, but it might work. This is a dumb plan. I like it, but it's a very dumb plan. Guys, build the bucket. This is of the utmost importance. The bucket must be made. I know you're going to be miserable for a bit, but it's fine. It's almost done. Why is Sume doing the last one? Guys! God damn it. You always like this. Oops, what the fuck? You guys always like this. Okay, we need to crush the oxygen. That's what we're gonna do. Mop up all of that. Okay, that has been eradicated. Now, we need to add thermal sensor. Yes, I need to flood this thing first, then add thermal sensor. Also, I can add 2 ladders here, and they should be able to build it. Which is always weird that this works, but it shouldn't be unreachable anymore. Hopefully, might actually need to go there instead. Yes, they need to stand there. Oh, assuming I got a skill point. Hooray! Farming upgrade. Immediately. Oh, goodness. That's fine. There's so much polluted water coming out of this thing. It needs to be warmed up. That's the problem. Oh, new principles. What do we got? Ooh, Drea seeds. We have a Frankie with Doctoring 5, Suit Wearing 5, Uncultured, Rock Fan, Gastrophobia, and Unconstructive. No. Can't cook, can't build, can't do anything. Sorry, Frankie. We have a Herald with Researching 7, Uncultured, Early Burn, Gastrophobia. It's not bad. If I need another researcher, Herald's pretty good, actually. We have an Ellie with suit wearing, decorating, animal lover, interior decorator, building impairment. If you had branching 3 instead of decorating, I would take that dupe in an instant. Animal lover, interior decorator is not good, but there's no actual really hard negative, so Ellie would be perfect. If they had branching. They do not. Trace the Exodus. It's random liquid mercury just kind of hanging out in the base. Probably need to clean that up. Oh, we're so close. It's so close to safe in there for a bit. It's just not there yet. Gosh darn it. And automation, thermal sensor, boom. Don't tell me they need me to stand on this ladder to reach it. Oh, starvation. Ooh. I'll be bathroom. Okay, no, that is not a bathroom burger bug. It's just them not wanting to go for food. Ciao. Oh, come on. That should be reachable now. I can stand there and get it. That's stupidly annoying. I know you can do this from underneath. That should be accessible. Or if it's just gonna be funky. Yeah, no, it's gonna be funky, I guess. Well, that's annoying. Fine. I need to flood this thing anyway. Got in there. Those, select buildings, get rid of that. Magic Dormy here. And just hold that off for now. Yeah, I need to flood this entire thing and overfill that. All that's got to go. And do I have any other heaters that need boosting? Oh, we're so close. We're so close to solar panels. I don't need to run infinite dupe runs. The only real problem is... technically, I will need to run a line. Dang it. I have to L-shape it. Crap. Yeah, well. How much glass do we have? Probably not enough. Joe, go get food. We have plenty of food. New blueprint. This real quick. What do we got? Hey! I don't know if I actually had the green one. Actually, no, we do have the green one. What am I saying? This is a different... Yep, nope, that is the same. Never mind. Like, is that inverted? No. No, it is not. These guys are the same. Temperatures are good. Yeah, soon we'll have steam turbines, and I can put steam turbine systems in here, and we can start building some suits. There we go. Okay, the big moment. We need sand. Refinement. We're gonna need to get that. Okay, we can make steam turbines now. That is huge. Next big thing. I almost want to make the deep fryer just to have it. It's the dumbest reason ever. We really need the glass forge. Yeah. Yeah, we need the glass forge. Air cleaner can come later. Automation-wise, I don't need a memory toggle right now. We're not doing anything with lava. We're not doing anything with plastic, though we can make infinite plastic now. That's a good start point. I really think it's just this, conveyor loaders, and the fry machine. It's so dumb. It's so great. Yeah, it's huge, though. Okay, rescued the other one. That's good. Sana I can ignore for now, and that one. Oh, we got another bot. So many bots today. And this is what I get for playing in the morning. Oh, that's a hacked account for sure. Rep. There we go. Taken care of. Okay, is everything else good? Ah, oh, it's so close. So close to being usable. Pip, soon you will be able to plant everything in here, and then we don't need to worry about it. Just not there yet. And slowly melting. Oh, that melted. Oh. That actually melted. Crap. Dupe. Don't build that when you're in there, please. It is relatively safe, though. Just nobody go in there while we're doing this. Thank you. Your research is going. Oh, I'm so happy with steam turbines. Yes! The real problem. They gotta go here. Which means it is finally time. This is gonna flow out so badly. But they gotta go. They just gotta go. All my tanks gotta go over here. There's all the canisters. How bad is it? 13 grams. Yeah, it's not much. Polluted water was what worries me. It's this one. The 11 kilograms. Uh-oh. And then we need to make one more tank and reconnect the whole thing back up real quick. Alright, we can clean this all up as well. And I can also add the tile. Okay, we are this close to getting this thing set up online. The real problem, obviously, is I don't have suits. So the dupes are going to get burned if they use this thing. Which is bad. And we will need to justify and or fix it. We'll need to go there. We will need an output. Actually, what am I saying? I need... Well, no. I need those for when we need output from that. I guess we input on this side? I mean, it works. Just get rid of that. Clean up the rest of this piping that we don't need. I think I can leave that one in for now, because we don't need it right now, but we will in the future. All of this needs to be rejigged to be insulated. This needs to plug into our primary power grid, which means this heavy watt needs to be connected up. This means I need to move these two things and complete the circuit. Probably actually put in a small suit dock setup right here and incorporate the entire thing. It's going to be a little bit janky to do this. It really needs to stay in a vacuum. Nope, nope. You need to stay actually, because I need to get rid of this thing. Because that'll eventually melt. My Vera plants will no longer succeed here. It's at that point. It is finally toast. That needs to be moved immediately. Oops. Can. There we go. Research complete. Let's get that frying. I want the deep fryer. I'm gonna see how it works. I've been wanting to get a deep fryer for a while. Let's see. We have a gene with doctoring, farming, super hard digging, bottomless stomach, and gastrophobia. God damn it. Gene, no. The printing bot hates you this run so far. We have a Catalina with operating 10. Pretty good. Critter vision, though. No. Mouth breeder. Oh. Super duper hard digging. That doesn't help operating. We have a Nicola with farming 4, a Zine, so cooking 7. Glow stick though, small bladder, tryphobia, can't dig, can't attack, and as in actually not bad. Do I need another farmer? I just got Sume. Crap. Actually crap. He's a glow stick dupe, so he's pretty good. Damn it. How goes the suffocating? Thankfully none. At least so far. I only had like one instance where someone was stupid enough to go into a CO2 room and not actually get their breath beforehand. Also, welcome back, Dragon's Breath. I just grabbed Sume, so I don't actually need another farmer right now. And I'm kind of irked because this is a good glow stick dupe. It's just not really anything else going for it. No, glow stick is one of the best perks you can have. Not only are they permanently lit up at all times, so they always get a 15% work boost, no matter what. They don't need lights. They don't need a suit. They are completely immune to radiation. So the weird thing that you can do with the glow stick dupe, if you put them in a suit, that is the lead suit, they get a 66% bonus. They're 33% already resistant to radiation, so they reach 99%. You give them any fish food, so if any Paku have died, they reach 104% immunity to radiation. They can walk into an active nuclear reactor, and they will reduce the rads rather than gain them. Only glow sticks can do that. Rad eaters fucking suck. The rad eater has no radiation resistance, so they get nothing. Glow sticks are really good because of that. So yeah, you can have a glow stick dude literally walk into a hyper-compressed nuclear reactor, and they will come out of it completely fine. Rat eaters get nothing, and I don't know why they did that. Cly just completely spaced the rat eaters' radiation protection, whereas glow sticks are just, we're immune! I won him, but I only won him because he's a glow stick, and it's annoying because I'm like, god damn it. His other negatives are not great, and we already have Sume, but I want him. It's frustrating. I want him. Okay, screw it. Who do we put in? Let's see. Let's go to the follower list. Yeah, the no digging is the part that kind of sucks. But he's a cook and a farmer, so he doesn't leave the base. That's why this is not actually a negative. It's really just he doesn't have anything else going for him. That's the problem I have with him. Like, digging doesn't matter when you're farming and a cook. You literally move 30 feet from your barracks, and then you either cook or you do farming errands, and then you walk back to your barracks, and then maybe the bathroom from time to time. You do nothing else. So it doesn't actually impact it. Let's see. Who do we grab? You know what? You did follow me last week, so screw it. I'm putting you in. Because I just rolled from the week this time, and it's like there's 3 people that are on the list, and you're on it, so fuck it. There you go. Dragon's Breath. Welcome to the base, bud. You're gonna get all of the radiation protection in the universe. And you're probably not gonna really use it that much. Okay. We need to add more of these. You do need a bed. Assuming it was my narc. Check schedules here. Yep, assuming it was the narc, so they don't get a bed. Boop, they don't need it. And your scheduling will be Day Team 1. Let's see, priorities. Obviously you can't dig, so no building for you. Ranching 1, farming 2, cooking 2, studying 1, rocketry none, doctoring none, toggling yes, life support yes, researching none, do not even help, decorating nope, and operating needs to be high for getting your speed up, supplying and storing can be double. That should be good on that front. Skill wise, we need to get you farming and then cooking after that. Actually, do we want to get... Yeah, we do. We want to do farming first because I need more people to help out with dealing with this tiny amount of crap and then also picking up all the sleep weight. So that'll work. Let's see. How are you handling liquids? Actually, okay. Nice. So that'll get you started there. Only really want to use 1 steam turbine for that at the moment. I will need to eventually make a steam box connected to this thing to get rid of it. I want to put it on this side, but I think we may need to end up draining the temperature first on this side. So that'll be an issue that needs to be solved very soon here. I got our gantry, which is good. We have our geotuners. We have our glass forge, the big one. Okay. Where to put the annoying liquid hell that is this thing. To be honest, it probably just needs to be in line. Because eventually my industrial brick, which is this giant area, is going to be expanded downwards. So we'll probably want to do that. And then we want to add... Yeah, it's not going to fit here because of our cooling loop. Where can I put you? That's not a detriment. Technically right here. Not many pipes or anything, right? Yeah. And also, just to prove the point here, let me find them. There's Dragon's Breath. Go to your properties. You will notice you have radiation resistance, 33%. That is completely broken. I love it. Because when I build giant nuclear, like, vats all over the place and put nuclear waste and radiation everywhere, glow stick dupes are my favorite dupe. It's like narcolepsy are my favorite all-around dupe. Glow sticks are just way too good. One of my dupes just walked into the crab room and got simultaneously punked by 31 crab. Oh, yeah, never do that. For a small little tidbit for crabs, well, obviously automate pulling the eggs away from them to where they can't see them. Number 1. Number 2. Let me do this real quick just so that way I can show you. But crabs can actually jump this. So what you do is you can put an airflow tile here and a airlock here. And what happens is you can insert the eggs on top if you really wanted to, using shipping, using a conveyor chute. And then you can technically have the eggs, well, the way that this works is a little bit weird. Let me seal this in. I've since permanently locked the door. Yes. So the one thing that you need to learn about crabs is crabs can reach through a door. So technically speaking, this is not safe. This is not safe. They have 2 tile reach. They will hit your dupes if they're standing here. Never let your dupes go to these kinds of positions. Easiest way to do that is obviously you can double door this. If you set it up like this, your dupes will never interact with it under any circumstance. But the problem is that if the egg is discovered here, you are fucked. Because the actual crabs will be angry if they can see the egg. And if I remember right, was it 48 tiles left and right? It's something ridiculous. Like, they made it so that way if the egg is anywhere in visible range, they will be pissed. So, one of the things you can do is you can actually put a egg dropper here. When the actual dudes hatch, they will only take up 1 tile. When they grow up, they will gain 2 tiles. If you have this set up correctly, utilizing pneumatic doors, what happens is when they grow up, they will actually bonk their head into this, and then this will no longer exist for them, so they'll fall back down. The problem is, obviously, you can't really put the eggs right here, because this will go through this door. The other thing that you can do, though, is if you use manual airlock, it will still do the same interaction because it's a door. So, again, doors are weird in this game. They technically exist and don't exist at the same time. So things can pass through them that really shouldn't. So one of the little tricks that you can do with the crabs is you can have them pop onto this door, and when they grow up, they'll just phase through it. It's a mechanic of the game. They can't fit here, so the game goes, what's the closest tile? And it goes, oh, this tile. So they just pop down 1, fall through, and then they get stuck here. The other thing that you can do, obviously, auto-sweeper this. Make sure that you can reach the eggs, and then just dump the eggs back out up here. And, by the way, they will no longer be able to see it, because this door blocks their vision. And this entire thing is super simple, super tiny. Just never, ever, and I do repeat this, don't tame them. You can technically tame them, but the amount of polluted dirt that you're going to need is almost not worth it if you're doing regular poke shells. The only time that you would want to do a setup like this with poke shells is if you're doing the Sani ones. Because the amount of meat that they make is ridiculous that you can actually end up making more. I don't know why they did this. Oak shells should not be first. But with these guys, the Sani shells, the amount of meat that you get for raw shellfish, which again gives you radiation protection, is very, very high. The thing is they will always be confined. So if they're wild, it's not really a big deal. If they are tamed, it's a big deal. Yeah, I would say wild is the only one that you could do in this kind of setup and be okay. If you're dealing with tamed ones, you really can't do this unless you're using this as the egg dispenser, and you have the room itself with the Sani poke shells underneath it, and then you just don't have these doors. So you have the same kind of setup with this little dumper, and it would just look like this, and then all the eggs get dumped in here, and then when they grow up, they fall out. They'll grow up in 3 cycles, and then they're immediately in the chamber. So, it's just a little tidbit with poke shells. Do not allow your dupes 2 tiles away from the door, or sorry, 1 tile on the other side of the door, because the poke shell will reach through the door, and they will whack your dupe right in the face. I've had it happen. I've had quantum tunneling crabs, which was the worst bug I have ever seen. if the poke shell is 48 tiles. I'll just draw the line here. Just pull that back in. As it counts directionally as well. So if a dupe is within this range, and there is a machine that they're operating, and I mean anything, for some reason, when you switch planets and you go to the star map and you go to a different planet, what happens is that the poke shell is now counted on the same layer as the dupes. Well, if they have a visual line, because again, the dupes are not on the tile layer, they're on their own individual organic layer, so all tiles mean nothing. The crabs can now see all of your dupes, and the game will make it your problem. Meaning that all of your dupes that are within 48 tiles and operating a machine that's on the same, which again will force them onto the same layer as the poke shell's existence, the poke shells can now reach them, even if they're not near them. So if you have, say, a rock crusher and it's within range of the poke shells, and you change planets, your poke shells, even though they're confined, will be able to hit your dupe that is running the rock crusher. It happens in the hot tubs, it happens in the rock crusher, it happened on the party line, it happened, I believe, if I remember right, on the research station, and it also happened in a dupe that was in the bathroom, which was awful. I know. It was so bad. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like, you guys have been hit by a poke shell. I'm like, how? It's been fixed from time to time. Sometimes it rears its ugly head. I don't know when it's working and when it's not. I did report it. Other people have also reported it. It literally got the nickname Quantum Tunneling Crabs because of that. And sometimes it's working by hotfix, other times it's not. The only way that you'll know is when you change planets on the DLC and you just randomly get, a dupe has been incapacitated, and they're in the toilet. And you're like, what? Like, how did this happen? And it's like, oh, the poke shell reached him while he was pissing. And you're like, no, why? That's the worst possible time. It's just, that's what happens. It's like, why? Why is this even a bug? I still don't know why it happens. Like, I understand the mechanics of how it happened. I understand of how the devs reported it as a bug. And then, obviously, they put it in hotfixes where they fixed it. But I still just, I don't get it. I don't know why that ever even became a bug. I don't know why they coded the poke shells to be able to technically intercede the same operational layer of dupes when they're not being displayed. I don't know. There's a lot of questions I've always had, and that was always one of them where it's just like, how did this happen? Like, who put them on the same layer? And why did the poke shells just ignore objects? It's like, I don't know. It's just a Clyde thing. So I'm going to hope it's fixed whenever I get poke shells, because I would like to do more poke shell work. I do. I actually like the little critter. It's just, it is, like, I like betas. Betas, even though they have that weird little mechanic, it's not a bug, by the way. It's just a weird mechanic where betas will randomly single out a dupe. They pick through your entire dupe. I do. It makes them go faster. It's only a 15% boost. Now, if my glow stick dupe is in the bathroom, he's automatically 15% faster, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is that I would like to do more stuff with Sani poke shells. I do. Like, I really want to try them. And run them as a food source. It's just that with their bug, it's always been kind of, cost prohibitive. It's like, why would I need to have a doctor on standby all the dang time when I'm dealing with poke shells? It's like, yeah, it is a problem. It's an annoying problem that shouldn't be there in the first place, but it is. It sometimes rears its ugly head. Hopefully they've patched it and it's no longer going to ever happen again, but I played enough Oxygen Not Included that I know a lot of these bugs like to pop their little heads back up and absolutely fuck your day up. There's nothing you can do about it. It's a thing. You just build around it and you hope it doesn't happen. That's about it. And the previous playthrough on YouTube, there's multiple instances where we got attacked by quantum tunneling crabs, and it was hilarious. It was good content. but it fucking sucked. So I can't justify doing that all the time. It was annoying. I also probably need to scoot you further away from the rest of the dudes because you are glowing. Let me just do that real quick. I also really want this bedroom going that way. So let's get your dupe moved over by 1. I'll be doing a little bit better. So I think we can move one of the pips in. Yeah, temperature's safe now. Let's get a pip over there. We are at... not cold enough. Damn it. Our research complete. Gas range, dehydrator, and the deep fryer. The thing I wanted to try out now that it's been added. Also, I'm going to be moving the kitchen up here instead of just having the grill just hang out there. So let's see what this thing does. Ooh, input output kills germs. That's a little steep, but not bad. 480 watts versus 60. Okay. Oh, we'll run 2 deep fryers and the electric grill. Why not? I have a weird sneaking suspicion we're going to be making a lot of fries. No. Sandstone. That'll turn brine almost immediately. Of course. I speak ill of the radiation eaters because they are very bad. And of course we get one. Damn it. Ashkan. I'm not taking you. You have no benefit for being a radiation eater. Which is still annoying, by the way. Operating building, radiation eater, animal lover, small bladder, which is good. Small bladder is very good, and a pacifist. That is no negatives. He's not bad. He just doesn't have branching. So, yeah, I'm not taking him. If they gave radiation eaters radiation resistance, it would actually... I understand why they didn't. Because radiation eaters need to be injected with radiation, and if they're resistant to radiation, they don't get radiation buildup. So the perk becomes moot. But because they don't get radiation protection, they can't reach 100%. So they're never actually safe, even when they're supposed to be eating radiation. It's completely counterproductive. I understand why they didn't do it, but doesn't work. We also have a Hassan with building 1, digging 2, and doctoring 3 with innately stylish, germ-resistant caregiver and noodle arms. I don't need a doctor. We already have one. Game keeps trying to throw me another doctor, and I'm like, I don't need one. He also goes with noodle arms, which is actually painful, especially in this environment. He'll get -5 strength the entire time. It's not good. Let's see. I could get a mission control room, but I don't really know if we'll need it immediately. Let's get our automation system going. But yeah, that is literally their, like, pure definition of why they didn't do what they did. To make radiation eaters, you know, usable, was that they couldn't give them radiation resistance. But in doing so, it makes them almost completely pointless. Which really sucks. Glow sticks, on the other hand, you want to have them in farming jobs, mainly because if you're going for... Let me go to colony summary here. If you're going for GMOK, the radiation that they get when they are near the plant that they're picking up actually counts towards the mutation rate of the plants. So this is another thing that you kind of learn when you're doing a full achievement run. Because the higher your radiation is near a plant, without going over the point where it kills it, increases the rate of which of getting actual mutant plants, it is normally a very good idea to have a farming glowstick dupe to be able to complete JMOK at a reasonable rate. Even though they're only emitting about 500 to 700 rads around, like, on themselves, and it only, it dissipates really quickly. If they're standing directly on the plant, it gives you a little bit higher rate of which of getting a mutation, which can push the rate up by, I think it was like 4 or 5% of getting a mutant plant, depending on the plant, of course. Some plants, it's like 0.4% or something stupid. It's a tiny amount. But it's really one of the easier ways of getting higher radiation. So as you can see, and also the radiation does follow him in a lag state, even when we're on basic. I don't really know why it does this. That is how it's just trailing behind him. But yeah, he's mostly safe right now. But it's a tiny amount of radiation, it just helps. It also kills germs, which is even funnier. Just so you know, the other funny thing, and this is also for everyone on YouTube, because they're radioactive, they actually not only kill food germs, but they also destroy germs on the toilet. So it's kind of one of those weird things where it's like, it's a massive, overpowered positive that it's like, oh, but all your dupes around them get irradiated. I'm like, it's 64 if they're right next to him, 98 if they're standing on him, and 31 right there. It's enough to kill germs, but it's not enough to even hurt the dupes. Even if you're playing on max difficulty, the 33% radiation protection is even stronger. I don't believe that they do. Unless the amount of germs is astronomical. Like, if you're hitting millions of germs, then it's a bit different. Because they can end up getting a stupid amount of germs on them. The only thing it doesn't affect is nuclear fallout germs. Nuclear fallout germs are not affected by radiation. They just decay over their, they automatically decay due to half-life. So the only time that you need to wash your dupe's hands, or you even use the shower, is if they have nuclear radiation on them, and that's it. Any other time, you don't have to worry about it. Also, as noted, Wheezewort does a really good job of killing all germs. Notice there's no surface germs. No surface germs. No surface germs. They're all dead. Also, you don't need to manually plant it, because if you naturally plant it, you get a quarter of the radiation, and that's plenty to wipe everything out. Now the real issue is I do need to technically shield down here a little bit, because there is still 56 hitting him. But it really doesn't actually matter, because radiation only calculates from their feet. Like this tile, his head's in the radiation at 100, but it doesn't actually affect him. Notice I'm only getting 47 to 50 here. It's because it's only affecting his feet. I need to I really need to start doing a tutorial series on radiation and other small mechanics that are in ONI. Just so that way people, I'll probably do them as small little videos. Yep. Yeah, when you get to radiation, you're going to find some very useful stuff with the DLC. It makes things really comfortable. Like, I will be honest, the spaced out nuclear DLC was fantastic. Like, it changed a lot of things, gave us a lot of other options, and completely just overhauled the whole game. So let me make sure I get my settings correct. And let's see, what do you need? Power, tallow, and some squash. It is time. Just need to plug everything in. This may overblow the line, but that'll be fine. And we need to make this into a kitchen. Like a proper kitchen. Or that. Do these need a dupe working on them? I don't know. It was, ew, why is this map so small? Because you have 16 other maps. You don't just get one, like, smallish map. You get 16 medium to small maps that make up, like, 10 times the space as a base one. Problem, you also have space to contend with. And all of the Problems of space travel. Probably need to remove the battery. I will need to eventually plug this thing into a full set in here, and I will also need to get some other equipment. How has the temperature? It's been leaking a little bit. Okay, automation is there. I've barely impacted this room. Like, seriously. I didn't naturally plant the rest of this and this, but these need to be... Actually... okay, the pip needs to finish this one. And this one. And then we can plant these three. And then I can start planting... Let's see, we need 3 here, and then this one. Yes. Otherwise, the ones that will go here won't plant. Okay, yeah, we're getting close to being able to get these behemoths their full food supply, and then we won't have to worry about it too much. Soon. I do need to uninstall these 3 here, though. And start putting in all my doors. And we'll need to get rid of this temperature ship plate. So I'll probably just need to install one there instead. Yes, mutant seeds can be wild planted. You want to normally plant them up into space. What you can do is if you're being a little bit cheeky, you can use a solar panel. Put the solar panel as the roofing material of your farm in space, because what happens is that solar panels have 0 radiation resistance, so you will get the full radiation burst onto the mutant plants, so you can even grow them inside of space. If you have a low radiation planet like this, 187, if you have 1 tile, so even with this tiny amount, you're still almost about to go below it. If you're using regular tiles, it'll go below. But you can use a solar panel on top of it instead, and then that'll allow you to grow plants down here. Because again, they have 0 resistance, so that's kind of the weird mechanic of solar panels. If you're doing a pyramid setup, you can then put 2 solar panels in the middle, and then that way you can just grow naturally by 3. It works really, really well. It's just a really, like, interesting mechanic, and it does kind of force a very specific build type to do it. But once you got naturally planted nuclear plants, you don't really have to think about anything. It's very nice. So how much nectar are we making? I assume quite a bit. Yeah. Downside is it's coming in very cold, but it doesn't really matter because the polymer press just gets rid of all the temperature, so it doesn't actually cool down the environment, which is actually a good thing. Okay, we need to start cleaning this up. I need to begin the prep for building everything. So probably need to shove more oxygen in here for a little bit. Maybe. Probably not. Yes, they do. Every single mutated plant requires radiation, just a little bit. It's like 150 to 185. And then some require light, and others require no light. Normally you just do exuberance, and then you just run it with radiation, and if you need to add anything else, you build a cooling loop in the room, and you make sure that you maintain CO2 or oxygen in said room up in space, and just keep it open. That normally works the best. Dupes, I really need you guys to move this stuff. We're going to do a high priority scoot. And we're we're going to put our doors in, get the natural tiles placed, then get our second set of doors in, and probably clean up the ethanol here. I also probably really need to reorganize where this goes. I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm going to need to just take this pipe that way, and then down, and then over. Otherwise it won't be in a safe spot. So there's no weird temperatures over here. Okay, yeah, we're good. Just dig to there. Dig that out. Oh, poor Sime. We'll need to plug that in, though. It's only 60. Do we want to install it like this and go across? I kind of want the wires to be inside insulated tiles so there's no temperature transfer. Yep, sorry dupes. Guys will have to suffer for a bit. It's fine. Cinnabar again. Use regular tiles. You make another set of 3, and another set of 3. Clean up the whole thing. I need to get more plume squashes in here safely. If I can have 9, we should be able to handle all of the critters that'll be in here, which will be 4. Just lower that down to 5, and yeah, do 4 for that. And it should be fine. Dupes, I need you to make that. You gotta prep everything beforehand. Pip, you've already planted, I assume. Yep. Get rid of this. Soon. I do need to eventually seal this in as well. This, I'm gonna have to rejig a lot of this. Hey Soulfire, welcome back. We got another 20 minutes in me, I think, and then I'll be it. I need to go start making lunch. Technically, I just completely skipped breakfast, so we'll be good on that one. This will be a 2-hour episode going up on YouTube next week. You just woke up? Oh no. That's fair. I mean, normally I don't go this long. Obviously, it's already almost, well, we're 2 minutes off of 11 a.m. I don't mind doing long episodes, but I definitely want to just do a 2-hour episode this time. So let me switch this over to... Go. Sume, you can just use that bed. You're never going to sleep in it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, Pip. Do your thing. Come on. Yep, in about 20 minutes. We've already been going for 2 hours, so it'll be a nice, clean 2-hour episode for YouTube. We've been getting all of our plants naturally planted. We did that last time. I'm slowly getting the rest of these all nice and set up. We have steam turbines. We have nuclear working, at least the beginnings. By the power of duplicates themselves. We do have nuclear. Which is good. Very good, actually. Yep, nuclear. We finally have the beginnings of solid nuclear waste. Soon. Soon the particle accelerator will be online. It's gonna be a while, though. Yes, nuclear research begins. And we do actually have the new fryers online. Ah, it does take the duplicants time to do this. Crap. Okay. I'll have to rejig some stuff. Two on that side. Still outside kitchen. Requirements, spice grinder, cooking station, refrigerator, no mess table. Okay. Let's see. I do not have a reactor. We'll be making nuclear waste the old-fashioned way. And I do need... I need a fridge with nothing in it. We need the research for the spice grinder for a kitchen. It does, yes. It's a tiny amount, but it will be. To be honest, this is so little, it's only outputting a tiny amount. Right now it's 165 rads per cycle. As you can see. It is completely, absolutely trounced by the wrecked satellite. But yes, solid nuclear waste is an infinite source of nuclear radiation. The more nuclear waste that you make, the more radiation you get. So if you can end up hypercompressing nuclear waste, you get what I class as, well, it's what I call a particle accelerator. It's where the nuclear waste that is produced can self-replicate nuclear waste. Because if you slam a rad particle into an airflow tile or any metal tile at an angle, what happens is you're actually creating nuclear fallout because the rads get split. When the rad bolt gets split on the corner of a tile, it creates instantaneous nuclear fallout. If the temperature is colder than what is nuclear fallout to maintain as a gas, it becomes nuclear waste. So, you run a double-ended nuclear waste setup where you're actually slamming the rad bolts into this tile corners, and then you re-scoop the nuclear waste up at the bottom, put it back in here, and the amount of radiation that's output ends up, well, it's pretty much exponential. You will absolutely hit the point where if a duplicant stands in a 5x5 and they are not 100% radiation protected, they will die. If a duplicant stands in this little area and they're not in a suit, they will fucking die. Because you're going to hit them with millions of rads in a cycle. Oh, this is a particle accelerator. This is how you make nuclear waste really easily. But yeah, just make sure that your doors are always shut. The system will maintain around 150 degrees centigrade. Mostly it's these top 4 right here. This also fuels all of your nuclear rockets and will also fuel all your everything that's radiation related. You're just good. If you ever need to send nuclear waste anywhere else, you build one of these things. About 500 cycles later, and you have enough fuel to be sending nuclear rockets 24/7, 7 days a week with no issues. If you really let it go, it just gets ridiculous. And obviously, you can still turn these off. All you have to do is turn them sideways. Like so. And the entire system turns off. You can also just turn off all of the rad bolt generators if you need to cool it down. So make sure all of them are set up to a basic control rig, and then you're good to go. But the entire thing is completely automated. The entire system is continuous. It's just very slow to start. I do prefer using wrecked satellites for that very specific reason. So any planet that has wrecked satellites gets this level of treatment, or any sorts of radiation for that matter. But once you do this, it's great because you can just make more radiation. I never have to think about it. Technically speaking, the overheat temperature is igneous rock levels, so, I mean, it can reach 1,000 degrees if you really wanted to, but there's really no point to do so. Because eventually, you're just dumping the nuclear waste into here, and then you're producing whatever you want, and then you can also output the nuclear waste elsewhere. And normally, you can also use that for the... Where is it? Where's my launcher? Where's my railgun? The interplanetary launcher requires a lot of this, so yeah. Yes. Well, remember, nuclear waste has a very high melting point of around 525 degrees centigrade. And the reason that I normally use naphtha for this is because you can put naphtha on top and nuclear waste on bottom. And what it does is where's the nuclear waste? Nuclear waste changes to nuclear fallout 526.9. And naphtha is 538.9. So if you use naphtha instead of anything else, you actually match the temperature pretty much, and you never have to worry about it. Also, you can cool the naphtha down, or you can even cool down the nuclear waste if you really wanted to by just doing one of these, radiant pipe made out of gold, or anything that you want, and put your radiant cooling through here. And if you really wanted to do something that would be able to change this, you can also add a metal tile. It would be here, and you can use temperature shift plates, like so, and just rinse and repeat the same system. You do not want to keep it solid. You want it liquid. You absolutely do not want it turning solid. If it turns solid, you cannot compress it any further. When it is a liquid, you can infinitely compress it to be any amount that you want. If it turns into a solid, you are now stuck with that. Yeah, that's because it is 43 degrees. It's negative 43 C. Which is annoying. I'm going to have to let the whole area warm up to about 150 degrees and then we'll be good to go. Well, technically it just needs to break 30, but that's beside the point. Say 26.9, so 28.9. Yeah, you can see the end results of my last episode on YouTube for the previous series, and you can see the massive amount of radiation that was being output. That thing was an absolute brute, and I loved it. I've built these things, God, what, twice? No, 3 times now. If I can count the lab, 5, because I've rebuilt this thing multiple times. Let's see. Anything else good? Yes, we want the liquid. We want the nuclear waste to be a liquid. I can also show you the mechanic that makes nuclear waste. Turn this around. Yeah. So you want to have 400 grams of naphtha right here. And then you want to have your nuclear waste on bottom. Nuclear waste will come out of this liquid vent. It will fall into this nuclear waste pile. And then what happens is the naphtha will hold the pressure and it will hypercompress. Also for building purposes, let me go to metals. Actually, it's probably easier if I just do minerals. So that way you can see this like fully functioning. You want to make sure that you have enough space to build everything. So you'll want probably left or right side depending on where your satellite is if you're using a satellite. You can use space radiation. I normally don't recommend using space radiation because it's so little. But you can totally use a little satellite down here to be powering all your stuff to start the process. If you have a nuclear reactor, it's even better because you can then pump all the nuclear waste into this little tile here. So if you have a reactor already running, you can just use that nuclear waste and it will help you make more nuclear waste. Because I eventually did make a nuclear reactor, mostly because I just said screw it. I just wanted to have one for the sake of having one, and we put it all the way at the bottom of our planet, and we cored out all the magma. So I froze the magma, I solidified the magma into igneous rock. We then water blade crushed it, so we get all the igneous rock back, and we dug out the last little remaining bits, and then put a nuclear reactor in the core. It's just because, screw it. I don't need magma. I can make a nuclear reactor in the core of my planetoid. I don't care. Exactly. Yeah, it's like the whole point of making a nuclear reactor in this game, for the most part, is literally just, I don't care. Let's just do it. Like, it's a fun idea. Why not? Yep. Already getting little bits of nuclear waste already. As you can see, 49.1 grams. That was one full 50 Red Bolt. By the way, rad bolts do convert 1-to-1 to their gram ratio. So a rad bolt at 50 rad bolts will end up making 50 grams if it stays that way. But every tile that it moves, it will lose some. So that's just as a heads up. So obviously you can ramp these things all the way up to 500. And if you fire this off, it'll be like 499.1 or whatever, whenever it hits the target. But that's really all you gotta do. When you start them off, I always start them at 50. Obviously, because we don't really have any other power sources, we are just running 4 dupes. And that is more than enough to begin the process of doing this, and also getting their skills up. Now then, we need filter. I need to start the filter anyway. Yeah, it is. It is very slow at the beginning. Once it gets going, though, this thing turns into an absolute unit. And it's actually really compressed. I've always liked the design of these things because it's just super easy to build. Just need to angle these. Eventually I need to clean that out. I need to get all the mercury out of here is what I need to do. Where to put it? The forever problem. Where to put all my mercury? I'm assuming these are already full. Water, mercury, yep. Crap. I need more tanks. There's so much mercury I need to reclaim, it's not even funny. And I don't want to break it. We're not digging this because there is no renewable source of this stuff. So if we need to use it at any point in the far future, losing it now would be bad. There's a lot of it, but I'd rather not waste it. So that is actually a problem. Yeah, we're just going to make a little bit of nuclear waste slowly and get it all moved in there. Oh, there is actually mercury from asteroids? Okay, good. That's good to hear. I was actually like, oh, please tell me it's not just going to be completely wasted. Because I actually had a sneaking suspicion that they would add a mercury vent. They just didn't. Oh no, damage overloading. Oh yeah, we're going to have to go in there and fix that. We'll see. Once we get to space, I'll have to start looking around to find out. I do need to get this installed, and I need to get this installed. Actually, we can just do this now. Now that we have access. I need to go in there, build all that, and be done with it. No, not yet. I ended up spending most of my time building the giant, naturally spawned, well, pretty much naturally planted bonbon tree horde. Because I did this in testing and I really wanted to get it working, so that way I wouldn't have to care about the naturally spawned ones as much. Because I can just end up building out giant strips of these guys. And we'll be perfectly fine! I'm gonna have so much excess water from this. It's actually kind of concerning how easy this is to build. It just requires your dupes having to do upwards ladders, which can be tedious. But yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion I might end up doing a bunch of strips of these. Obviously, I'll be having radiation going around them to the rockets, but yeah. I actually really like this system. It's just, I need to figure out how we light the tops of these, so that way they don't look so derpy. I was thinking that we use the quartz crystals, and then possibly just drop them on the edge pieces. Because if I end up, like, branching them out, that should be workable. Yeah. I like the bonbon trees. It's a really nice system, and it works perfectly in space, which means you can put these dang things everywhere. I was like, I actually like it, specifically because they can make water as an inadvertent byproduct. So, there is that. It's the fact that as long as you have a tall planet, I mean, every one of your planets can just be filled with bonbon trees. And it's not hard to build either. Let's grab our last one here. Ended up turning it into plastic with no idea what to do with it all. Hey, Sunny Retro Wall Plank. Nice. Well, remember, when you make plastic, it's actually outputting steam, plastic, and carbon dioxide, which you can then use to, obviously, water, food, and plastic. So, yeah, like, unironically, besides the power cost, it's free. So, being able to get water on planets that don't normally have water will pretty much just be bonbon trees left, right, and center, I think. So, very nice addition to the game as a whole. What if there's... I was still wondering if there's a way where you can steam them, like steam the actual nectar to make more water. But I don't know how safe or a good idea that would be based off of the temperature ranges. Is you can turn it straight into sucrose, which then you can process otherwise. Well, yes, the nectar can be fed to the seals, but you can steam it, turn it into sucrose, and then feed it to the bugs, which will then give you mud. It's such a weird one. At 160, you can still kind of utilize a steam room with steam turbines. It's just pushing the rest. Oh, with mud, you actually end up getting... Here, I'll show you. Sulfur turns into sucrose, and then you can take these guys and turn them into the mutant versions, which is where you get mud. And then mud you can turn into steam at a much lower rate, and you get dirt. Or you can process it in this way. So it's kind of one of those weird things where you not only get dirt, and you get water, which allows you to run even more stuff, but it pretty much completely solves your food problems if you want to run with dirt as your primary source for food. You can totally do that. You can just run mealwood for the rest of eternity when you get these guys up and running, which is hilarious. Sulfur geysers do the same thing. Sulfur geysers, when fully processed, they are ridiculous on the amount of water, oxygen, like, it's almost unfathomable how this game works with the rest of it. It's mostly just because of the sheer amount that you get. Well, that's the thing. You don't really have to care. Like, with higher quality foods, barbecue is the only thing that actually really matters. All the other higher foods don't really give you anything unless you're dealing with radiation. If you're dealing with radiation, then you can just use Paku, or the Sani poke shells. If you're dealing with all other like bonuses, if you don't have gourmets are the only one that have the problem with this. If you don't have a gourmet, then you can just run barbecue. You don't need to run any other food. You can use the mealwood. All you have to do is spice it using mealwood seeds, and you have infinite space food. I'm not even kidding. If you keep the space food in CO2, it's completely fine. And fires? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the main thing that I've always done with rockets, ever since they added the spicing device, was that you can just run mealwood, and the processed bars can be maintained indefinitely, and you don't have to care. Yeah, I was going to say fires is actually fries, yes. Sorry, I read that fires, but I thought fries, like, mentally. But yeah, the only issue is, obviously, you cannot run gourmets. Gourmets are the only ones that cannot get the full benefit of this, so do not use gourmets at all. Like, notice how we have a rocketry gourmet. This is absolutely the most dangerous thing you could run, because they lose the morale bonus from food. So, grizzly food is -3, actually -2, and then barbecue, instead of being 7, is 6. So, never take a gourmet, especially if they're rocketry. It's never worth it. Sorry, Mari. Marie, you got absolutely screwed. The printing pod hated you today. We have a Travolta with Researching, Ranching, Shriveled Taste Buds, Kitchen Menace. Actually pretty good. And in Plant Murder. Bad. Damn it. But yes, you actually get 2. I love it when this happens, by the way. Kitchen Menace, +1 food morale bonus, +1 food morale bonus from Shriveled Taste Buds. These stack. So you can actually... Travolta would get a 9 bonus from Barbecue. I love how the printing pod perfectly was reading my mind here when we're talking about food bonuses, and it literally just popped out the perfect dupe to explain this. Both of them, actually. It's very dumb. I love it, but it's very dumb. The perfect place to end an episode is, hey look, here's the perfect explanation. Thank you, printing pod. I don't know why you did it, but it's perfect. God damn it. Randy Random hates me and loves me at the same point, I swear. But no, in all seriousness, you get 2 bonuses from this, you get 1 negative from this. It's not great. Travolta would be great in a rocket. Marie would be terrible in a rocket. We also have Mima with yet another Kitchen Menace, so another +1. They are frostproof, decorating, digging, tidying. Not a very good benefit on the interest, so we'll take the curative tablets. I can't believe the printing pod just did that. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. It's like, I will give you the exact explanation. Why? Because we can. Thank you, game. Let me queue that up for next time. The mercury has not melted yet. I do enjoy the fact that it hit 119, though. It only ran for a second. That's so funny. It's terrible, but it's so funny. You know what? I'm gonna double up on this, just in case. Nope, do not make that out of steel. Do not make that out of steel. Just iron will work. This might overheat the tank a little bit. And we need this to be 20 degrees. I want to make sure that's off until that room gets filled. Dupes, can you guys finish the construction project in here real quick? We need to disconnect this. And there we go. Okay, that should solve itself. It's going to be as slow as ever, but they'll get it fixed. It'll just take some time. We're already up to 98.2 grams of solid nuclear waste. It'll be slow, but steady. At least from now on. Okay, it's all done there. I really need you guys to move the food here. And how is the room? That needs to be fixed. 125, yep. To be sealed in. Clear that. And add our conveyor here. Actually, no. And it needs to connect here. And we need to make sure it doesn't flow back. So that means which one needs to be connected? Actually, I think I'm off by 1. Yep. Okay. So that'll connect into there. The fridge does not need to be powered on under any circumstance. And construction-wise, there we go. I should be able to reach everything. Yes. Spices don't need to go in the bin, by the way, so you don't have to worry about moving those whenever they get made. So they do not need automation, unless you want to input stuff into them. But to be honest, there's not really a reason to do that, when the dupes are going to have to take up seeds anyway and shove them in the bin. Okay, we have a mugger door. Where do I want to put this? Mealwood seed. Mealwood seed is the preservation one. Getting mealwood would be the biggest upgrade I can do right now. Okay, that has that one. We need to settings. I need to rejig this. Yeah, I'll need to rejig this one up. Yeah, it'll be freshener spice, which is mealwood seed and salt. Freshener spice makes it so the decomposition of perishable foods is completely negated. The only thing is all you need is a CO2 room and refrigeration. And to be honest, you don't even need the refrigeration, so you just do that. Yes, it never expires. If it's in a CO2 room in a rocket, so say you have a fridge like this, it's not powered on. You just shove it in there, and you have like this, and you have the CO2 pooling on top of this. If it is spiced with the freshener one, which is the freshener, yep, and you have mealwood and salt, it makes any foods that have standard decays, such as mealwood and anything else along those lines. So obviously that would be, let's see, I believe bog, yeah, the bog ones, bog meals, mealwood meals, and a couple of the other ones, and it completely negates it. So that food will never expire under any circumstance, and it will be forever fresh. The only issue, obviously, is it requires salt and mealwood. On this planet, I have no mealwood right now, but I have plenty of salt. Yeah, it's not all foods. It gives you a -2, so all you have to do is put it into a CO2 room, and then it handles it. If you make it refrigerated, that also can negate it even further, so you can technically get -6 on the average rate. So you can actually cut it down even further, so you can actually add more foods to it. It's just that I normally just do mealwood anyway, because it's the easiest one, and the mealwood seeds and the mealwood food are all used for the same ingredient. So it's kind of one of those weird catch-22s of the seed and the food gets used for it, and you just add salt. So it's super easy. It doesn't require any other setup. It just requires a basic mealwood farm, and then you're all good. Obviously, you can do other ones like Rocketeer Spice to get more boosts for piloting, which this actually is pretty good, but it does require fungal spore seeds and sucrose. So it's kind of one of those, it's a weird one. Not bad, it is a weird one. I would say naturally planting mushrooms I've always had issues doing it, because sometimes they just freak the fuck out. I don't really know why. It's just an issue with the pips, I think. So how's the temperature in here? 26. Okay. And we need 3. Cooking. Go. Let's get you over by 1. That's safe. But yeah, any food that gets to that point, you're good. 1. I need to get that all installed soon. I know I was going to end the episode like 9 minutes ago, but I just wanted to get the last little bits here done. And that one too. Anything else that needs to be added? And that'll take a while. It's gonna be a little while before that's all functional. I'm almost thinking instead of flooding this thing with all of the mercury, I can just put it off to the side, which would work. I normally prefer putting them on top, but it requires twice as much liquid. It just looks cleaner. Like, this looks so clean, but it's not gonna work. It's gonna require more work than what is needed. Eh. I like it like that though. Damn it. It's like, I wanted to be more useful earlier, so fuck it. We'll take the penalty of looks. Damn it. Let's get that plugged in, guys. I feel bad for Sume. I guess Sume is the one that's stuck in there. Oh no, Isometrics is having a moment. What's going on? You're at 30 morale. What? What do you mean you're having an issue? You just not eat? Till now? That's got to have been it. Yeah, we definitely need automation first. I would fully stress this. Getting solid filters first is probably one of the most important things you can do. So if you have any data disk laying around, rush that above everything else. You'll need it later. Especially if you start working with hot materials. You start working with magma, you're going to need some steel transfers, and it's going to be a little rough if you don't have it. Get rid of those. I don't have that many data disks, but it should hopefully get things started. And I need 2 coffee settings here. And just below that. Okay. Keep that disconnected so we don't drain any more power. And sweep the entire thing. Should keep that safe. What are you doing over here? Move it. I think we can finally get rid of this wood heater. I know it's helping the dupes on their travel up, but I think it's finally time we can get rid of it. Mostly because Rodriguez is doing the rest of that, so that should be perfectly fine. To be honest, I could probably actually start radiating some of the temperature here. Because this needs to be 15 to keep the temperature safe. But I think we can actually start adding some radiant piping. Not in the regular water, just in the input. Let's see, where is my water coming in? Right there. On the gases, we need to add radiant there and there. Also here. Just to cut the temperature down a bit. As this will forever always pop out at 10 degrees. Sorry, -10. So, technically speaking, eventually I won't need the liquid temperature in here. Which will be good, because we can just use the ambient temperature from our cool slush geyser here to cool down our entire Rodriguez. I've done it before. It's hilarious. So it's like, oh yes, it's perfectly clean, and all the excess temperature could just be vaporized in the hydrogen generators. So, it's really, really nice. Now, why, isometrics, why are you up here? Come in here. Isometrics, where are you on my list? Getting removed from the wheel. Not allowed. No wheel for you. What are you doing? He's randomly going back and forth. Okay, no. There we go. You just stay out of there. You can do whatever you need in here and you'll be fine. Dupes, please bring me the sleet wheat. We have plenty of time. We're so close to 350. I don't want to overstay my welcome here. I just want to get the episode done. Let's check temperatures. 101. Okay. Clean these up real quick. Temperature is still safe for the pet. Okay. I think that's where we leave it for now. We'll pick back up. We'll definitely cross the 350 threshold. Like, all my scheduling is perfect. They're all going when they need to. That's great. Let's see what else. Anything else that I need to tweak before we end it for today? We're up to 343.7 grams of nuclear waste. And 96.9 there. Let me just queue this up. It'll slowly build out. Eventually I will need to warm this crap up, so we'll have to probably dunk it and warm it up beforehand before we put it back in here. But right now we're just using the solid nuclear waste to actually start generating nuclear waste. The trees are all working perfectly fine. We will need to actually make some plum squashes. So I'll probably do one more strip of sleet wheat and then plum squash down this way. And that way we have enough natural food that I can probably send that crap everywhere, because we need french fries. Many, many squash fries. I just want to see if we can actually do it without taking the computer while running spigot seals. So this will be interesting to see. But so far so good. I'm actually quite content with that. I do need to get this set up, and I do need to get suits. Oh, I think suits is going to be a bigger problem than I really want it to be. Is I'll probably have to seal this off, add suits in for right here. And that way, when the dupes are going down this way, the suits will be required to go this way. I think we'll probably start incorporating the suits into this system as well. And we'll just lock this area off. Yeah, it's probably for the best. We'll build our suit dock, like, over here for a little while and only have like 5 dupes going through. Eventually we may end up incorporating the suit docks higher up, because I do plan on moving the barracks up. Because I want the geothermal plant on this side, barracks on this side. This is going to be mostly to clean up this. I need a geothermal plant to remove this problem. And this problem and this problem. So in time we'll deal with it. I don't know if we'll get to it next episode, but that is definitely on the docket, mostly because we now have steam turbines, which is great. But I think that is it for today. Let me drop a save. 348. And also, we're not saving on a night cycle. I'm never doing that again. I refuse. Okay, 348. All good. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. For now, take care, everybody, and have a good one.